Hello and welcome to the second film in our series on the hidden gems of England. Today I will be exploring the gems of Hull and East Yorkshire, an area filled with history, beautiful countryside and plenty to see and do. Such as this dramatic addition to the north shore of the Humber, the Deep, an enormous aquarium that features the deepest viewing tunnel in Europe. Or you could have a pint at one of the 30 hostelries on the Hull Ale Trail, such as Ye Old White Hart, steeped in the secrets of the centuries, and with a plotting parlour where it's said the English Civil War was planned. Now, all of those are very worthwhile things to do, but today I'm in your hands, leaving the tourist trail behind and going in search of activities and curiosities off the beaten track, as suggested by you. The Humber Bridge, the 5th largest single-span suspension bridge in the world, and the link between the East Riding of Yorkshire and North Lincolnshire. This amazing feat of engineering is so big that there's enough wire in the main suspension cable to stretch around the Earth almost twice. It's an incredible sight. Mrs. Moran from Darlington suggested walking across the bridge to get a true sense of its scale, which started us thinking maybe there's a way to get a different perspective using an alternative form of transport. And I don't just mean a speedboat. Today, I am going to parasail! I don't know if I tilt my head if you can see what I'm doing, what I'm seeing, but how beautiful it is. This is just a very nice, very calm, very relaxed way to experience Hull and East Yorkshire. My goodness, ha ha! It's true! Man can fly! You have got to try that. It's the experience of your life. After a somewhat energetic introduction to Hull, I'm quite glad to be heading to the tranquil surroundings of the Museums Quarter. One of the highlights for Christine Hammond on her recent trip to the city was a visit to the Hull and East Riding Museum to meet a life-sized woolly mammoth. The curator of the museum is Paula Gentle.
Hello, Simon.
Oh, who's that and who put it there?
Well, this is Mortimer the mammoth, and he's a reconstruction of an Ice Age mammal that would have roamed East Yorkshire.
If you were a human around that time, you wouldn't really want to bump into one of these things on a dark night. It's scarier than a Hull Kingston Rovers forward.
Well, I don't know about that. I think you'd want to bump into him, maybe not on a dark night though, because he's a walking food source. You've got huge amounts of food to feed your whole group. You've also got the fur, which you can use for clothing and for housing. You can also use his tusks, and they would make great sort of parts of a house. You can actually build your house frame around it. So they're absolutely brilliant resource.
Excellent. So catch a mammoth and you're made.
Exactly.
For my final hidden gem, we head out of Hull through the picturesque seaside town of Bridlington and up to Bempton Cliffs. A local photographer, Les Gibbons, recommends the cliffs as a great place for an energetic walk and to see some amazing seabirds nesting where East Yorkshire meets the North Sea. To appreciate fully the spectacle of the biggest seabird colony in England, I meet with Ian Kendall from the RSPB, who guides me on a walk along the cliffs, taking in stops at the numerous viewing platforms. Wow!
Pretty impressive.
What are we looking at here, Ian?
Well, we're looking at part of the Bempton Cliff 200,000 strong seabird colony.
Why would they have chosen East Yorkshire as a good place to nest?
Well, look in front of you, we've got 400 foot of cliff. There's lots of ledges for the birds to sort of nest on, so that's one of the first key things, but also the North Sea is packed full of fish, and it's got to be full of fish for the 200,000 birds to just be constantly feeding their young. That's why this many birds have chosen to nest here.
OK, so if you're a seabird, then Bempton Cliffs is the high life.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's Seabird City. It's the place to be.
The sight of these birds is an English marvel. I recommend anyone to come and see for themselves. Keep sending us your hidden gems by clicking on the Visitor Tips and Photo section of the Enjoy England website. And if you'd like to know more about Hull and East Yorkshire, try out www.realyorkshire.co.uk.